Starting tonight in national news as a second whistleblower has come forward to accuse President Trump of using the power of his office to encourage Ukraine's leaders to interfere in the 2020 elections. An attorney representing both whistleblowers says the second whistleblower has firsthand knowledge of the president's actions. Meg Oliver reports from New York.
Attorney Mark Zaid tweeted his firm is now representing a second whistleblower who has firsthand knowledge about President Trump's dealings with Ukraine. The original complaint alleged the president asked Ukraine's leader to investigate his chief political rival, former Vice President Joe Biden. The complaint triggered an impeachment inquiry led by House Democrats. The president says he did nothing improper and late last week took it a step further.
China should start an investigation into the Bidens.
The president defended himself in numerous tweets over the weekend, and several congressional Republicans stood behind him.
I think the president, when he's trying to decide how American tax dollars are going to be spent and what countries they're actually going to go to, it's his job to make sure there's not corruption.
Democrats argue the summary of the phone call and the whistleblower complaint point to quid pro quo.
My focus is on the fact that you've got a president that's acting like a global gangster. He is basically going to one leader after another, trying to get dirt on his political opponent. I consider that a violation of our laws.
Biden is also hitting back. Over the weekend, he wrote in the Washington Post, "I'm not going anywhere. You won't destroy me, and you won't destroy my family." Nicole Killian, CBS News, Washington.
One of the president's personal lawyers says a second whistleblower does not change the president's legal strategy. On Capitol Hill, House Democrats will depose more witnesses this week as part of their impeachment inquiry. In other national news, police in Kansas City, Kansas are on the hunt for two men wanted in connection with the nation's latest mass shooting. As Jonathan Vigliotti reports, 9 people were shot in a bar overnight. 4 of them were killed.
Chaos erupted inside the Tequila KC bar around 1:30 this morning. Police say at least 40 people were packed inside when the gunman entered through the back and started shooting.
When we arrived, obviously a lot of people were still inside the bar trying to exit, running out. Outside the bar, we had 5 other victims that all sustained gunshot wounds.
The victims were all Hispanic men between the ages of 25 and 50. Police say the exact motive is unclear, but they're not investigating it as a hate crime. Witnesses say the 2 suspects had gotten into a fight at the bar earlier in the night, left, and returned with handguns.
We have too many conflicting stories right now, so we want to try to narrow that down.
Surveillance video from inside the bar will play a critical role in filling in the gaps, along with accounts from the victims who survived. Several have been treated and released from the hospital. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Well, back here in Montana, a discussion in law affecting nonprofits. Electric cooperative representatives saying they will lose their tax-exempt nonprofit status if they take federal grant money. Last week at a town hall meeting, some local co-op managers asked Senator Jon Tester about the tax law.
That's a problem, okay? It needs to be fixed. Whether they did this intentionally or not, I don't know, because we didn't have a chance to take it through the committee and actually discuss it.
Senator Tester said the law also affects other nonprofits. Co-op managers and a representative from the Montana Electric Co-op Association asked the senator if he would co-sponsor a bill introduced in April. They say their tax-exempt status may be affected for taking FEMA grant money for repairs, and this would lead to higher rates for their customers.
They can't take the money right now. I mean, if it is significant enough that it becomes potentially 85% of their income for the year, they cannot accept the money, or if they do, their tax-exempt status is gone, and the only way that they could recover is to raise rates.
Now, according to Brandon Whitman, the Senate bill and a similar bill in the House have a bipartisan support. Now, Senator Tester told the co-op managers he will have a position on the bill in about a month. Turning now to weather with Rob Griggs. Is there a little winter weather around the corner?
No, there's a lot of winter weather.
Oh, Jeez.
around the corner. Yeah, that's exactly right. We've got a winter storm that's poised to hit us by midweek, but until then, it's going to be pretty nice, actually. The forecast picture for tomorrow across the U.S., cooler temperatures from Seattle stretching all the way down to the panhandle of Texas and up toward New England. We're looking at highs mainly in the 60s and low to mid 70s on the cold end there. Seattle 60 tomorrow, Phoenix 99. That sounds pretty good. It's going to sound even better here by midweek because the changes, they are a-coming. Breezy and warm tomorrow and Tuesday, then a winter storm watch in effect Tuesday night through Thursday morning. Yep, 4 to 8 inches of snow or more possible in the Billings area Wednesday through Wednesday night. We'll give you all the gory details with the complete Q2 Storm Tracker weather forecast in just a little bit. Zoe?
Thank you, Rob. For the first time in its history, the Miss Crow Nation pageant was held in Billings tonight. People packed the Billings Depot to see who would take home the crown and go on to be a role model for the Crow people's youth. Q2's Mitch Laggy was there and is standing by now with the winner. Mitch?
Zoe, the title of Miss Crow Nation is an honor that comes with a little bit of responsibility. This year, Aspen Realbird was given the crown.
I feel very honored and ecstatic. I've always wanted this my whole life, and now that it's finally here, I have no words to say what I'm feeling.
Miss Crow Nation is chosen based on